It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got a can from Riff Brewing Company, and it's a can of their double espresso coffee porter coming in at 7.5% ABV. There's a look at the can design. I really like it. This is a brand new brewery from the Mumbles in Swansea Marina, in fact, in Wales. Go and have a look at it. Brand new brew pub. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. And it's the second beer that I've had. How many times you guys, and I'd like you to comment in the comments box, how many beers have you had that have been in a can and they've been a little bit explosive? It kind of froths over the top a little bit. The two beers from this company have been great. They've just opened nice and calmly. Here we go then. One finger tan coloured head. More, yeah, it's a jet black beer in the glass. Look at that lovely 7.5% ABV beer. Let's rock the beer on in the glass. Show you that lovely tan coloured head. Good levels of carbonation chasing that head up the glass. Let's get the aroma on this beer then. I'm expecting lots of coffee. It's been brewed in conjunction, or they've used square peg coffee in this particular beer. Oh man, oh yeah! That smells absolutely fantastic. I love my porters, I love my coffee, I love my stouts, my imperial stouts, but this, it's just the best of both worlds. I'm pretty sure that they've used lactose in this beer. It's just got this lovely, you can almost smell the creaminess in the beer. You can almost smell that big, dense, creamy, rich mouthfeel in the beer. Coffee, chocolate, caramel. Oh my goodness me. This smells fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Let's dive in. Cheers, guys. Oh, I gotta put that down. Stone the Crows! Stone the Crows, what a fantastic beer. Let me talk to you first of all about the most important aspect of this beer, and it has it in abundance. Mouthfeel. When you have a coffee, what do you expect from a coffee? Say you go to one of these green labelled city centre coffee shops that are everywhere. You know the one. You expect a certain richness, you expect a decent mouthfeel, you expect quality. And that kind, for me, that way of brewing coffee and giving you that wonderful, rich, dense mouthfeel, that milky mouthfeel, lactosey mouthfeel, has moved its way over into the beer industry, and this beer has nailed it completely. So I have had some of these. This is pushing double stout territory. Oh yeah, of course it's got the word double on it. It is double. It's just got this really good mouthfeel, really dense, thick, creamy mouthfeel that I find fantastic. What I was just about to say was I've had one or two or just a handful of these stouts in the past, or porters, that have been thin, and it doesn't work. It really doesn't work. The coffee, the chocolate, the caramel, if you think about these flavours in your mind, we've all tried it. Gloopy caramel dripping out of our mouths, you know. We've all had lovely creamy milk chocolate, and of course we've all had these creamy dense coffees. The mouthfeel in the beer, for me, to be able to pull this off, especially with the branding on the can, has to have that thick, dense, rich mouthfeel, and this has it in abundance. Other than that, there's also a really nice carbonation that just lets you know that it's still a beer. It pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth to release more of these flavours. Moving right to the back end first, because that's where I am now after speaking about that carbonation. There's a nice hop bitterness. That is probably a mixture of the hops. The bitterness now is a mixture of the hops and some of that roasted malt. It's wonderful. This is a absolute dream of a beer. The coffee works, the espresso works, and it works just so well with the roasted malt in the beer. Chocolate, coffee, caramel flavours. There's a lovely bitterness that just kind of runs through. There's a little bit of sweetness, and I'm going to see if they've added maybe a touch of lactose to this beer. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's the amount of barley and wheat that they've used then, because it doesn't mention it on the can. But yeah, boy, is this is just absolutely tremendous. Look at that for a beer. For me, this beer, I think this beer should go online. I think this beer is a beer that a lot of people watching my channel will want to try. It is it'll be quite difficult to get hold of because it's based in the Mumbles in Swansea. So if you guys up in Manchester are watching, or you guys up in Newcastle or Scotland or Norway, you want to really try this beer, maybe we could speak to Beer Riff, and maybe we can get them to find an online beer store where they can kind of put this online and just get it out there for the craft beer lovers, because this is a beauty. This is a real beauty of a beer. Let's rate it. I don't think I've given one of Richard's. Let me be very quick here. Richard owns the Pilot Brewery in the Mumbles, and he's opened up a second site called Beer Riff Brewing Company. It's another brew pub, so he has 2 brew pubs. I've known Richard for a couple of years now, or maybe 4 years, 3 years, 4 years. I've drunk a lot of his beers, I've brewed with him, but I don't think I've ever given any one of his beers a 10 out of 10. I don't think so. This is probably the first. This beer for me is an absolute nailed down, Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 from Reload Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.